Welcome to Judge My Round with Tom Brennan. Ava, I've received your video submission and I'm going to get started watching it for the first time and giving you my first impressions. I have been notified this is a handy and those tend to go quickly, so let's get started. Good first jump. Really quality looking pony. Actually, this pony looks somewhat familiar to me. Nice second jump, coming around to a trot jump for fence 3.
Going next to handy round is entry number 45, Rock Lobster with owner Ava Gamelin.
Good up the long line. As a side note, I think I have judged this pony in medal finals last year, and I think you did quite well. If I'm mistaking you for someone else, I apologize. Little bold there to the rollback. Looks like we probably end at the 2 stride, I'm guessing. So far, this is nice. A little constrictive there. And a nice walk to lead. So I'm going to freeze the frame for just a second because the handy happens so quickly. That's a very quality pony, a nice presentation. It looks like a small pony to me. In the handies, you don't see a lot of small ponies do that well. That was really a confident ride that I enjoyed, and I would probably give that a pretty high score. Off the top of my head, I'm in the low to mid 80s range, that 82 to 84, but the rest of the class could determine where specifically that score would land. There are a few things that pony could do even better. Let's take a closer look in the next section. So Ava, now that we've watched your video one time, I've had a chance to go read your email that came with your submission. And we're going to go through your video again, and this time take a look at what a judge is seeing that gives you points and what a judge is seeing that takes some points away. My hope is that after this you have an understanding of what you can do to show off your pony a little better for a judge. And hopefully I will have answered all your questions by the end. Ava, because of where the video starts, we don't see your entrance into the ring, but I'm assuming you picked up a canter and went directly to this first jump here. And it's a really good jump. Your pony has a great expression, it's right out of stride, and I see that you make a turn here to jump 2, trying to be handy, but I think we could do that a lot better. You land from a great first jump and you turn inside this oxer with the red flowers that's on your pony's left side, right there. Technically, you are adding a handy component by going inside that jump to fence 2, but I'd like to see you make an even tighter turn to fence 2 and be nowhere near that oxer with the red flowers, because your pony's like a great little dirt bike, and I think you could show off the ability to turn on a much tighter track and take fewer steps from the first jump to the second. Now, interestingly, you do just that here. You go inside the decoration, but you don't get close to it. You keep bringing a pony around for a nice tight turn. My only suggestion here would be a little bit slower, more relaxed trot. It just looks a little hurried for me. You have a really beautiful gallop up to the next oxer. This matches the first jump perfectly. And you bring your pony right around. This is a good track here. And the next jump is excellent. It's not the only place your pony jumps great, but it's a really good place to see just how well the pony is jumping. And then right around here to the jump closest to the videographer, there's a really dramatic kick. Right there with your right leg. Now, it was probably the right idea, but I'd love to see you be more subtle and hide that a little better so we don't all know the trouble you're having. And it also, to me, generates a pace change where now the pony's a little bit reactive to that big kick and going too quickly around this turn to the 2 stride, which catches up with you on the out of the in and out because you want to come down to a walk quickly to exit the ring and be handy. Now, if we roll that back and look at it again, you're going to notice this also creates the only bad jump you've had on course. You end up feeling that you have too much pace and you start thinking about the halt too early in the middle of the in and out, and it's very visible by pulling on that left rein and you create a flat jump where your pony's head is almost turned to the left, and it's not as desirable a last impression for me when I'm about to score the round. It just doesn't match all the other jumps on course that were relaxed and free, even though you were turning and being handy. So let's roll it back one more time and look at how we can bring this round from a low to mid 80s to the upper 80s score that you and your pony are definitely capable of, in my opinion. So when we come in, we like the entrance, we like the feel. Pony has a nice expression, but we're going to turn earlier to jump 2. After jump 2, we're going to try to get to a smoother, little bit slower trot that you can squeeze rather than hold. We like jump 3. Good feel there. And we really like jump 4. That was excellent. You did a good job of guiding your pony. Here we're going to be a little calmer with our aids so that we don't make the pony faster than we mean to for the end of the course. That's just a little bit of mileage and showmanship that you'll develop as you grow as a rider, so that in the 2-stride you can be soft even though you want this prompt walkout rather than having to hang on that rein. Ava, the first question you sent in is, for a handy round, what's the perfect pace for a pony to be on? That's subjective, meaning it's different for each course and each pony and each rider. And your trainer is going to help you find that correct pace every day with each of your different animals. But I will say on this course that you sent in, it appears to me you had 2 paces. The first one was the first 3 quarters of the course. It was forward, balanced, and accurate. And the second pace was the end of the course, which was also accurate and balanced, but a little quicker. For me, I liked the first part of the course better. But the most important thing when judging is that they didn't match. It was inconsistent when the pace changed. I thought your pony jumped the beginning and middle of the course better out of that canter, where he had time to show off his beautiful jump in the air. Whereas at the end, it got a little flat and quick. Your second question asks, when should you transition down to the trot for the trot fence in a handy round? That's a good question. Let me give you my priorities. You should be able to demonstrate a clear trot that is relaxed. The later you can demonstrate that on the approach to the trot jump, the handier that component will be. So it's most important that you can accomplish that clear trot and relaxed trot all the way to the trot jump. But the pony that can accomplish that closer to the trot jump will do a little better on that component of my judge's card than the pony who has to do it farther away in order to get to the same good quality trot. Finally, you asked if I prefer a horse or pony landing on every lead or getting the lead change, or whether that even matters. That's a question I actually hear a lot. I think it's always preferable to have a horse or pony who's ambidextrous, that can show us it's balanced and comfortable landing on both leads when we're judging a class. Your pony clearly did that in this round. That being said, an equally good pony that happens to land on the wrong lead and do a lead change would not fall behind you in placings for that reason. It may, however, just end up being a little less smooth than a pony who lands on all the leads. But I don't think I have ever had a horse or pony lose a class because it did a lead change. Ava, thank you so much for your submission. I really enjoyed watching your pony rock Lobster, and I can't wait to see future videos and how far you and he have come. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you found it useful. And I really appreciate the opportunity tonight to judge your round.